Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Mr. Herring's Math Interactive Notebook Lessons online. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019. Today we are going to be adding and subtracting with decimal numbers. So before we begin, make sure you picked up the notes off the Bell Work table. You glued them into page 17, and then fill in your table of contents. Today's date is 9/3/19. Here is the title, and here is the page number you should have glued your notes in. We will be writing on those notes as we go through this PowerPoint. All right? So today our I can statement is, I can add and subtract decimals to the thousands place. Remember, you can always stop the video or pause the video if you need time to write something. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and go. So before we begin, let's take a quick moment to remind ourselves of our strategies for working with decimals. Number one, even if we're adding, subtracting, rounding, comparing, ordering, it doesn't matter. We always want to use these strategies. So my first strategy is line up the decimals. Second, we want to add the zeros to missing place values. And then third, we want to add or subtract like normal. Now this one here, don't forget, we're adding zeros behind the decimal because it won't change the value, never in between numbers. All right, so let's look. So on your notes, you should have this problem. A singer is recording a CD. The lengths of the three songs are 3 and 4/10 minutes, 2 and 7/800 minutes, and 4 and 1900 minutes. The question sentence is about how much recording time will be on this CD. I hear the word about. We've learned that about is an estimating question. All right, that's the key action I'm thinking of. I'm thinking about estimating, and when I estimate, I look for friendly numbers. All right, and if I want to know the length of all three songs, then I want the length of them together, and that tells me it's an addition problem. So my first strategy was lining up the decimals and rewriting them vertically. As you look down here, I've already done that. Strategy number two, I need to add a 0 in the missing place value. So now let's do the estimating part. 3 and 4/10 or 3 and 40/100. 34, my bookend numbers, or 3 and 4/10 is between 3 whole and 4 whole. And we know that 3 and 4/10 is closer to 3 whole. 2 and 7/800 is between 3 and 4. I'm sorry, between 2 and 3. And we know that it's closer to 3. And then 4 and 1900 is more than 4 but less than 5. And I see that it's closer to 4. And if I put these all together, I get 10 minutes of an estimating time. And then let's find the actual answer. 9 plus 8 is 17. 7 plus 1 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Drop my decimal. Carry that whole number. 2 plus 4 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. So 10 and 37/100 is in between 10 whole and 11 whole. And it's closer to 10. So there will be about 10 minutes of recording time on this CD. All right. Nothing really new. We've done rounding of decimals and we've added. Today we're just adding the decimal part in. So let's look at a word problem. Here are the top 4 songs in 1964 of April of 1964 by a band called the Beatles. My question sentence is, about how long would it take to listen to these 4 songs? Again, the word about is telling me I'm looking for a friendly number. I need to estimate. Well, I already have the numbers written vertically with my decimals lined up and zeros filled in. So now it's just a matter of doing the estimating. So 2 and 3/10 is closer to 2 than it is to 3. 2 and 5/10 is closer to 3. 2 and 75/100 is closer to 3. And 2 is already estimated to 2. If I put all these numbers together, 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 4 plus 6 gives me an estimated time of 10 minutes. Now I need to find an exact or an actual answer. So 10 minutes is my estimated. So 0 plus 0 plus 5 plus 0 gives me 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 7 gives me 15. Drop my decimal, carry the 1. 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 1 is 9. So my actual is 9 and 55/100 minutes. And I know that 9 and 55/100 minutes is closer to 10 than it is to 9. So my estimate and my actual are close. So let's do a couple practice problems. So first thing I want to do is estimate. Remember my bookend problems. I want to estimate to my largest place value. So my bookend here is 30 and 40. And I know that 3 8/10 is closer to 40, or 4 whole. 2 3/10 is closer to 2. So if I subtract them, 4 minus 2 is about 2. Let's find the actual. 3 845 thousandths minus 2 357 thousandths. I line my decimals up. I subtract like normal. 15 minus 7 is 8. 13 minus 5 is 8. 7 minus 3 is 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. So if this rounds to 5, 1 5/10 is about 2. So I am pretty close. All right, how about another practice problem? This time we're going to add. 16 5/10 is about 17. 13 3400 is about 13. If I add them, I get about 30. Because 7 plus 3 is 10, carry the 1, 1, 2, 3. Now the actual answer, the first thing I need to do, line up my decimals. Fill in zeros for missing numbers. $29 8400, and that number is about 30. So my actual and my estimate are aligned. All right, let's try another subtraction estimate problem. 14 4/10 is about 14. 10 255 thousandths is about 10. 14 minus 10 is about 4. Now let's do the work. 14 4/10. 10 255 thousandths. Fill in my zeros, line up my decimals, and subtract. I can't say 0 minus 5 or 0 minus 5, so I trade from the tenths place. My first 0 becomes a 9, my second 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 5 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, 14 minus 10 is 4. And I know that 4 1/10 is more than 4, less than 5, so it rounds to 4, so they are close. Fantastic. Remember to pause, rewind, look at it again. Let's try one last one. I'm going to subtract again. 13 is 13. 10 5/10 is closer to 11 than it is to 10, so that's 11. 13 minus 11 gives me 2. If I line up my decimals, fill in my missing zeros, sorry, that's subtraction, I cannot say 0 minus any of these numbers, so I must trade from the ones place. I have 2 ones, and the strategy we learned, the first 0 is a 9, 9, 10. 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 8 is 1, 9 minus 5 is 4, 2 minus 0 is 2, 1 minus 1 is 0. So 2 4/10 is in between 2 whole and 3 whole. It is closer to 2. So my answer, my actual answer, is close to my estimate answer. All right, very good. Please remember you can rewind, go back and review it if you need help looking at it again. So I have $5 plus 7 pennies, which is 7 cents. So $5.07 minus 1/4, which is 25 cents, 2 dimes, which is 20 cents, and 3 pennies, which is 3 cents, for a total of 48 cents. And I need to subtract them. So 5, line up my decimals. Five becomes a 4, 0 becomes a 9, 7 becomes 17, minus 8 is 9, 9 minus 4 is 5. So $4.59. All right. Now, if you would please finish your decimal quiz from last week, or you may, if you finish that, then you may start working on your homework. Okay, remember to go back, rewind, replay if you need to, while you're working on your, before you work on your decimal quiz, make sure you understand. All right, good times. Bye, guys.